Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And let's dive right into the analysis here. A lot more energy today. Got some good rest last night. So right now, when we take a look at the SPY today, we actually had a nice reversal day. We actually did open higher and then we sold off. We had a dip all the way back down to 499, essentially making a little bit of a lower low here. And then, we closed right around 505, up 94 basis points. So nice day today in the markets. And same thing for the IWM. IWM actually pushed up all throughout the entire day, up 1.84%. And same thing for the triple Qs and the Dow Jones, still just chopping sideways. If we are able to take out this pivot, and once we do that, then we'll know that we could possibly be in our first impulse out. And this level that I outlined has held, right? And then we'll be correct on our next rally up. And I know there's a lot of bearish sentiment right now. I myself am looking at the bearish scenario possibly finally playing out. But you need to be open to the idea that the market still has room to run up as you've reset this entire cycle, right? With this entire impulse up, and now you've reset it. You need to be open to the idea that if we take out this, if we take out this pivot and you just keep pushing higher, then you're gonna continue to make all-time highs, and people are going to get blown out of the water because a lot of money is exiting right now. Lots of funds are exiting, rightfully so, after a major dump. We're starting to see the short-term trend starting to shift. The larger trend is still up, and this is just a small pullback from a larger trend. And if we continue to push higher, then we are going to have a very big problem. If you're stuck in short positions, you're going to get blown out of the water if you're just going to continue to short and short because you want the markets to fall and you think the markets should fall, but the market's going to do what it wants to do. If it wants to fall, it's going to fall, and it's going to be when it's good and ready, it's going to do that. We did enter my major long-term sell area. But we can go deeper into it, right? When I look at the Dow Jones, this support level held. The ones that failed was the SPY and the triple Qs. They went much lower. I think about like a good 2% lower. But now it looks like it's trying to hold. We could still do a double correction lower, right? So it's still possible that we do that. But the Apple earnings right now, I'll just take a look at some individual names right away. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple had an amazing day, up 2.5%. And on top of that, it's up 6% in the after hours. Lots of people are angry. The shorts are angry. They don't think this move is warranted. Again, the market's going to do what it wants to do. So this move is now invalidated and the low is in for Apple. I can call the low in because you have 5 waves down from a C leg. You have an impulse 1, retrace in a wave 2, and now you're getting ready for a wave 3. And there are people who are very angry and just trying to short. It's very possible that you're going to continue to run up. And I know the economy is going to crash and all that. That's going to come, but now this is starting to impulse out. You're starting to impulse out. You're starting to clear previous pivots at the open tomorrow. That's most likely what's going to happen, unless there's some dramatic news that happens in the after hours earnings, call, or doesn't go well, and then you're going to gap down lower. But right now, whole tech sector is green. Everything looks pretty much normal. Nothing really to complain about, and you're going to do 5 waves up, in my opinion. So again, that's obviously a little bit I'm getting a little bit of ahead of myself because Apple hasn't even opened yet from tomorrow. So we'll see how the market digests the news. And I can be wrong. There's non-farm payrolls coming out. So if those are heavy and then the market reacts negatively to it, then it's very possible that we continue to push lower in the market. But right now I'm remaining bullish. But I am looking at the bearish scenario, right? So Microsoft, let's not cover Microsoft. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla was actually down a little bit today. Came back a little small little pullback. Nothing too crazy. I think Tesla needs one more dip, and then we'll have a buying opportunity right here at 170 to 160, and then you should continue to push higher. A lot of people are talking about Tesla going back to the $50 stock. Maybe it may be going back there uh, a long, a while from now. I don't think just yet. I think Tesla has struck a low, and now we're impulsing out, and the people who are very angry are just going to miss out on this run up, and they'll probably buy at the last minute once we'll be making new all-time highs or something like that. Okay, let's take a look at some other names here. Well, actually, let's cover TLT right away. And actually, we'll cover the Hang Seng as well. So the TLT pushing higher today, up 43 basis points. The yields pulled back a little bit from yesterday. So yesterday we dipped down, we got a bounce, and now we went up a little bit. But overall, I think the yields, the trend is going to start to be lower, but it may take some time. The dollar is pushing lower for some reason. Maybe we've already found our high in the C leg, and now we're going to go down in a wave in a wave one of the larger retrace, which is another C leg here. But if that happens, then you need to break this support area at 105.34. The dollar needs to start impulsing down, and then you will have a significant rally in the markets, and yields will go down as well. Russell 2000 was loving it today, and yeah, that's basically it. Let's take a look at oil. Oil is actually down a significant amount here. It's extended too far for this to be the wave 4. So to me, this looks like this is no longer trying to impulse out, and it could be putting in the high already for wave. I could say you could call it the X, but I already put the X here, and this is just a 1-2, and then you're going to impulse down in a 3 in a 5-wave move, something like this, right? So sorry, not a 1-2, an AB, and then a 5-wave move down. So that's what I see right now for oil. It's not very bullish, and oil should continue to perform poorly, in my opinion, and I think we're going lower. Let's take a look at the Hang Seng. So the Hang Seng, congrats to people who are following me inside my Discord. You guys would have caught this entire move up. We were long the Ying, which is the triple leverage China Bull ETF, up over 16% today, another 16%. We've been long since I think the $19 level, so we're up 38%, something like that. A tremendous amount. So if you were following me, you would have caught this entire move up. But if not, if you're just shorting because you're a bearish bias, or buying other names because you're biased, then you just need to look at the charts. And China was set up for a beautiful rally up, and that's exactly what we did. So yeah, the HSI is pushing up into wave 3 now. The wave 2 could already be in, could have truncated. It could also be extending the 5th wave, right? Let me just get on some smaller time frames here. So there you go. So because right now you got bearish divergence, so you could just be extending the wave 1 of a 5th wave, so something like this. Let me just get some charts out. So you could just be doing something like this, and then wave 4, and then wave 5. So this should finish at any moment, and then you'll get a buying opportunity sooner or later in the Hang Seng. And then once this dip comes, then it's going to be a strong buy in my opinion. But until then, we don't really have any setup. So yeah, that's what I see for the market, for the Hang Seng at least. Let's take a look at something else. Let's take a look at some other names here. A lot of people like the crypto miners. Bitcoin getting a nice rally today, but he needs to reclaim the $60,000 level. But the miner, let me just type it in here. But the miners overall performing very well. Mara's at what, $17 now, up 6% today. Bitcoin is coming back up. It's coming back to life a little bit. So you need to give the benefit of the doubt. Could it go lower? Yeah, it can go lower, but if the low is in and we've struck a green dot, I think on Market Cipher on the 12-hour time frame, and we start to rally from here, then these miners are a golden opportunity. They're going to run up significantly, in my opinion. Okay, let me cover some other names here. Let's take a look at NVDA. NVDA came back into the buy area yesterday, I believe. Did it come into it today? It did. It did again. So it did come into the buy area once again. I think it's getting ready to push higher at any moment. And once it does, and you have earnings on in when is this? May 22nd. So maybe in late May, maybe that's when we get a big run up in NVIDIA, and then a top is formed, right? Because we're not that far away for a top, in my opinion, in NVIDIA. I think we got like 40% more, and then you're gonna get a huge crash, and maybe this will mark the top in the market. So I think that there's still a lot of room for these names these to run. I think there's probably one final blow off top move coming to the market, and for crypto as well. And once that happens, I think there's going to be a big reversal. But we'll see. We'll see. We are seeing the signs of a market top being formed. But yeah, that's basically it. Let's take a look at. So I already covered the dollars, individual names. Talk about some indicators if you want. So yeah, you're seeing the SPY here confirming a red dot on market cipher B and market cipher A. But earnings can change all that, and right now I think the market is rallying the after hours a little bit. The futures are up. The futures are up, printing a green dot now from a red dot. So you went from really bearish now to really bullish. So what does that tell you? You got to adapt. You got to change. If the markets are switching from bearish to bullish, just like that on a turn of a dime, then you got to go with it. Because if you're fighting the trend and you think that you're smarter than the market, then you're gonna get blown up, and you're gonna lose a lot of money doing that. So you don't want to. You try to avoid doing that. Let me take a look at. Let's cover some other names here. Actually, I didn't cover Roku. I know it's got a lot of people in the Discord who love Roku. We also have a position in Roku. Roku up 1.38% today. Nothing too crazy, but overall forming a low in my opinion. Let's take a look at Roku on Market Cipher. I haven't done that in a while. Okay, yeah, a little green dot the other day, I think, 4-hour time frame. Tight little green dot there. I think this is set for a rally, but it's been bearish for a very long time. It's been bearish for a very long time, and it's been in the gutter for a very long time. So probably have to be a little more patient with this name, and then once it's good and ready, it'll give us a rally. But on the 1 hour, you're getting good amount of green money flow, so it could be set for a breakout. All right, let me cover. Well, it's a Chinese names, not too surprising. We are also long Alibaba in the Discord, and that one is running up another 6% today. We're not long Baba, but we are long BABX, which is a 2 times leverage ETF of Alibaba. So that was up another 12% today. So if you guys bought this when I bought it, you'd be up 35%. All right. Yeah, so that's basically it. The only things I don't like are like bank stocks and maybe some energy companies at the moment. But gold miners, crypto miners, I like them at the moment. Very good opportunity. The only things I would be hesitant on is a little bit of tech. Tech seems very volatile. Could have a little bit more upside. When I say a little bit, I mean it could run up tremendously in a short amount of time. But ultimately, it could form a top from there, and then you could start to roll over dramatically afterwards. So that's up to you. I'll let you guys make your own decisions on what you want to buy and sell. Wow, Dow Jones up 59 basis points in the after hours. We are also along the Dow Jones here from the lows. So hopefully we continue to push higher. Obviously, my bias is towards the upside, but I still think there's a little bit of gas left in the tank before it's empty. And once we do get this, hopefully we get this blow off top move, then that's when I'll be starting to short, right? But not until then. Anyways, have a wonderful day, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.